Spiritbound is the fifth book in the Rochelle Meads Vampire Academy series. It basically takes off from where Blood Promise, the fourth book, left off when Rose comes back to Vladimir's academy after trying and failing to kill her love, Dimitri. In Spiritbound, Rose, like I said before, Rose just gets back from Russia from, trying and failing to kill Dimitri. She gets a note saying that he's not dead and he's going to come find her and kill her herself. That's where Spiritbound takes up. And Rose is in training to become a guardian. Rose takes her test to become a guardian, and she becomes a guardian with flying colors. She's got the highest score, all that. Like, all the new guardians go to a trip to the royal court, and Adrian and Rose are now there dating, and he's great, and he's green-eyed, I think, and he's sexy. Oh, all that glory. Dimitri who? So they go to court. Rose is still has the thought of Dimitri in her head. Obviously, that's her love. And even though she's trying things with Adrian, she's still thinking about Dimitri. In Russia, she met that couple, the two people that told them, "Oh, I knew a guy," and they turned Strigoi back to Maury. And everyone's just like, "What? You can't do that. Bullshit." Turns out that she needs to go talk to Victor because Victor is linked with the person who is the only person in the whole world that has ever turned Strigoi back to Maury. It's hard because first, Victor is locked up in jail. Problem number one. Problem number two is that Lissa needs to go with. Victor is the same man that kidnapped Lissa to try to use her spirit to heal him from his nasty man sickness. Ugh. So he's the same guy, so obviously that's a problem. So her, Lissa, and this other guy who I don't remember the name, he's not important, go off and go into the jail and manages to get Victor out. Victor then says the connection is his actual brother or half-brother or brother, whatever, and he's in Vegas. What do? They go to Vegas to meet him. Adrian finds him in Vegas, figures out what they've done. By now, it's this whole, news story, oh, watch out, there's a freaky killer on the loose. Adrian's not really, he's surprised, but then it's Rose Hathaway. Of course she's going to do something stupid. Rose talks to his brother, and, she figures out that only a spirit user inputs spirit into a silver stake, and the spirit user has to plunge the stake into the heart. That's the only way they can take the Strigoi out of them. After they figure that out, who should show up in the casino but Dimitri? He causes this great, thing, and he's trying to kill Rose. He keeps popping out of everywhere being like, "I'm gonna kill you. I'm a Strigoi, and I tried to make you a Strigoi, and you wouldn't be a Strigoi, so I'm gonna kill you." Isn't love grand? And then she lets him go again. The guy without a name that accompanied him to the jail, manages to get his armor, manages to almost kill Dimitri, and Rose stops it and, kicks him in the face instead and lets Dimitri go again. Love. So, from that point on, it's a little just details. They get back to the school and they're in deep shit because everyone figured it out. I'm not going to give you every little detail. So she's just going through this whole thing trying to convince Lissa to, not do it because she doesn't want to risk Lissa. All spirit users are Maury, so there's no way they are even equipped to stake a Strigoi. Oh, and Lissa and Christian, start getting back together, Rose and Adrian are on rough terms. Adrian's figuring out that, she's still in love with Dimitri. Lissa and Christian get kidnapped. By who? Is this he? Yeah. So, we're going out for Lissa's, 18th birthday, and Rose stays home. Oh, she wasn't invited because of the jailbreak thing. They get attacked by Strigoi, and a lot of people die, and Dimitri is, of course, the leader. And he finds Lissa and Christian. He doesn't kill them. And Lissa's like, "Why aren't you going to kill us?" And that's how Lissa sounds like. And Dimitri's like, "I need bait for Rose." And it's the funniest part because I was just like, that's hilarious. That's the best bad guy line ever. "I'm using you as bait." I'm like, you're not a fisherman. So, Lissa's missing. The last Dracomar princess is missing. Oh my, kidnapped by Strigoi. Ah! So naturally, Everyone's on alert. The whole court, all the Guardians are at the court because of all the new Guardians just graduating. They're there anyway. I told you that in the beginning of the review. Good stuff. They all assemble parties and they go out in troops and like, oh, and there's this really cool scene where they're like, yeah, we have like 8 SUVs, like huge SUV Hummers, and they're all rolling down like the street together, like in packs. And I was just like, if they ever make this into a movie, I'm gonna wait for that scene because the way she described it was so funny. It was like roll, and you can imagine the scene playing like cheesy classic rock. I don't know. That's just a quirk that made me laugh really hard. So there's a big fight, and you know, Rose has to save Lissa, and then what happens? She's trying to get to Lissa, and Dimitri grabs her. Right before he's gonna kill her, he doesn't kill her. Lissa interferes, and she actually is able to get the stake into his heart. He stabs him in the heart, and guess what? He turns back. Good stuff. After that, it's a little shaky. It's turned back like here. No, like here. So there's like a good 200 pages of him back to Dhampir, you know? He just turned back to Dhampir, and, you know, his love of his life is waiting to see him. He doesn't want to see her. Love sucks. Rose just like, what the hell, man? I just, like, went through all this shit. All of his attention goes to Lissa because he's dumbfounded that she was able to do it, and he's just looking at her. Appreciation. And Rose is just sitting there like, what the hell, man? I went through deep shit. I went to fucking Russia. What the hell? I'd be like that too, though. I'd be like, excuse me. And he's like, I don't want to see her. And he's jailed right now because no one believes he's like back to Strigoi. He has to go through all this test, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, so Rose goes for breakfast one day. This is like the end of the book because I'm skipping it. Rose goes to like a cafe for breakfast, and you know, she sees Dimitri there, and they start talking, and he's basically like, I can't believe I did all that shit to you. I don't want to see you. I can't believe I wanted to kill you. All that. And she's like, I don't care. I just want to kiss you. Oh, don't get me wrong with my sarcasm, because all of this is sarcasm. Like, I like this book, okay? All these guards come and basically want Rose, and Dimitri, like, gets on Noble. It's like, don't touch her! Again, if they make a movie out of this, I can't wait to laugh. Like, oh, I love these scenes. Like, Rochelle Mead, like, you make the funniest scenes. Like, even if they're supposed to be serious, I find everything serious funny. Turns out Queen Tantiana is dead! Oh, no! She's the one that, like, hates Rose, and Rose doesn't like her because she's a bitch. And they blame Rose, and then they're gonna murder her! And then the book ends. I love this series. Like, I really do. I like that it's it's like a kick-ass vampire book. Like, I mean, I love Twilight all the way, but this book swears, and this book is just, like, the dialogue and the things they do are so, like, real, you know? Like, Twilight's just like, you are my life now. What guy is gonna come up to you and say, no, the guy's gonna be like, bitch, take your panties off. Okay, I'm editing that out. Like, all that's like, Adrian's a player, Dimitri's sexy and older. Oh, Dimitri's 7 years older than her. That's kind of creepy, but sexy, but creepy. I love this book. No, that's too far. I enjoy this series a lot. Yes. I think there's 2 books left, maybe 3. I think 2. And they better make a movie out of this. Wait a while, because if they keep spearing out vampire things, it's not going to be good, you know? And the TV shows, like, a couple vampire shows on TV is enough we need for a while. Maybe they could wait. I don't know. So what are your thoughts on this book? Did you like it? Did you hate it? That it was too long without Dimitri? What you thought about it in the comments and all that, and I will see you next time.